Hey guys, wanted to talk about a couple Matco pneumatic tools here. So what I have is the 1/4 inch Air Ratchet. We got MT2835A. I've got the 3/8 ratchet here, model number MT1857A. And then we've got the impact gun here. This one is model number MT2220. So these tools right here were all bought off the Matco truck. You can get these elsewhere. You can get them online, of course, or used. If you're looking for, if you work in a shop, you're probably going to want to get these. And I've used these, not these as much, but this one's seen some good use on semis and things like that. But in terms of my opinion on buying air tools and what brands to buy, things like that, a lot of guys will swear up and down for the snap-on stuff. I like Matco. For one, I like my rep. For two, I like the way they fit. I like the styling. I like the way they look. And personally, I feel like they all kind of work about the same. I don't feel like the snap-on one of the same line, the product line, works better than the Matco one does, even though the snap-on one costs more money. These two right here, this was bought in a set, this was bought on sale. Buy this, get this for free. Well, you can't beat that. I think it was 120 bucks. $120 for this one, and then I get this for free. That's 60 bucks a piece. For Matco tools, I know that my value is always there. If I go to sell these online or eBay or whatever, people will buy them. People will spend the money on them. I mean, this alone is 100-something bucks, and this one is more than 120. So when it comes to getting these kind of tools, you're putting money. It's like Apple products. Is Apple worth more than the competitor? I don't think so. And I don't own any Apple products anymore kind of because of that. But on the flip side of that is that Apple always has a value. Their old ass iTouch still has a value, whereas if you took something like the Zune, you couldn't give that away for free. Nobody wants to touch it. So this is kind of the same arena. These are like Apple products. And I don't want anyone to get an argument over me about Apple this or Apple that. I'm just using it as an example. So these tools I think are fantastic. So the 1/4 inch ratchet, it's got decent speed. It's not crazy fast. And I'll throw a socket on there so we can see. It's not crazy fast. In fact, I kind of think ratcheting would be a little bit quicker, but it sure beats the heck out of doing it all by hand. I'll tell you that much. Let's see here. All right. So here's just a chrome socket on there, and I don't know if you can be able to see that spinning around. I mean, it's not that fast. It does just fine though. Great. It's nice and small. That's what I like about it. It's small. It's got a grease zerk on the head of it, so you can actually grease up the zerk. A couple drops of oil, and there she goes. I've got an oiler in line that I use. But yeah, so I mean, it's a nice little tool. It's handy. I like keeping all my stuff clean. So we've got that, and here's the 3/8. Substantially larger. My air compressor may kick on, but you know, still not that fast. Now my compressor isn't really set up to run this tool at maximum efficiency, and that's why it's kind of dragging us a little bit. But even when this thing's all pressured up, it's just not that fast. I mean, but it is a whole heck of a lot better than doing it by hand. And then we've got the impact gun that, of course, everybody knows what these sound like. It's a great gun, variable torque settings, forward and reverse. It's just a really nice gun. Small, 3/8. I don't think you can go wrong with them. Now here's kind of the other side of this video that I wanted to bring up, and it's about the brands of air tools that you buy, it is of my opinion, and my opinion alone, that if you go to, say, Lowe's, just as an example, not Harbor Freight, but like Lowe's, and you buy their tools there, gosh, what's their brand? Cobalt? If you buy their air tools, they're less efficient in terms of your cubic feet per minute, like air consumption, but you're going to get a lifetime warranty on the tool, and it's probably going to do you just fine. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that that Cobalt stuff would work in a shop environment, no problem. And here's the benefit to that, because these, you know, the guys who like Matco and Snap-on so much, their biggest thing they always talk about is like, well, if I need a new tool, Matco guy comes around and I get a new tool right then and there, no problem, no questions asked. And that may be the case for most of the time. You know, what if the Snap-on guy is giving you a hard time with your warranty stuff, or Matco, whatever. Here's the deal: if you have a Cobalt tool and you take it back into Lowe's that day, because you don't know when, you know, your Matco guy is supposed to be here on Tuesdays, right? What if he's sick? What if he doesn't come in on that Tuesday? Now you gotta wait till next week. So if you've got a Lowe's next to you and you buy your Lowe's stuff, you can just turn it in there and get it warrantied. There's no problem. So why not do that? You know, people want to say, well, it's not as good, or isn't as high quality, or I know the reputation of Matco or Snap-on or Mac, even, you know, whoever your tool brand, Cornwell, or there's so many these days. But you can, I mean, I just really think that you could go and get Lowe's Cobalt stuff and you'd be good. You'd be good. I've got an impact gun from Harbor Freight from every bit of 10 years ago. It's an electric one. She's worn out now, but man, that sucker lasted me a long time. And that's without even ever changing the brushes on it. I bet you if I change the brushes, it'd probably be a whole new gun. But just a thought, just an idea. Just kind of wanted to show these tools here. Good stuff. I like the way Matco stuff feels. I could have got the Cobalt stuff, and still have spent less money. But I've got value here. I've got value later. So that's why I bought it. Thanks for watching the video. If you've got any questions, leave some comments behind. I don't want this big like tool argument, like this brand versus brand. This is just happens to be what I have. I don't own any Snap-on stuff. I've tried to buy Snap-on stuff before. It just gets too expensive for me. So this is what I end up with, and I'm perfectly happy with it. A lot of guys are. So, but anyways, leave some comments and we'll talk about stuff. So thanks.